What is up, basement operators? Today we're going to be doing a video on my favorite rifles in each price range. So there's four main price ranges here. We're going to talk about sub 500, then we're going to talk about that 500 to 1,000, that 1,000 to 1,500, and then $1,500 plus. These recommendations will be rifles that I have shot a good bit, really enjoy. Now there's other rifles in these price ranges that I like, but these are the ones that really stand out to me. Most of which can be found on basementoperator.com. So there you can find a lot of the builds. You can also find some pretty sweet merch and other stuff we can't talk about here on the channel. So make sure to go check us out, basementoperator.com. And then also, if you go down to the description, you can find that link, but you can also find a link to two very important things: Discord and Instagram. So Discord is the best place to talk to us. Talk to Hunter, talk to me. If you want to talk to Hunter about camera stuff, what he uses, how he does his magic, that's the best place to talk to him, and then me as well, because Instagram likes to hide our messages. So if you DM us, it sometimes doesn't get seen, and I want to make sure that we respond to many of you guys as we possibly can, because that's super important to us, is community interaction. We'd love to talk to you. So go check us out on both Discord and Instagram. Instagram's a better place to see our day-to-days, like stories, photos, stuff like that. That all can be found on Instagram. So let's talk about songs. Songs really important. This one's going to be a little bit of a left field. This is Love by Kid Cudi. I freaking love Kid Cudi music from all over his vast span of catalog, but this one really stands out to me. It's a banger. You should go check it out. Go comment down below song recommendations. We like a lot of music here, so any type of music you want to comment for me to listen to, I listen to it all. Every single song that's put down there, I listen to, so go comment something. So let's dive right into it. And I want to do caveat some of this, that some of these rifles have been sent out, some of these rifles I paid for, but needless to say, none of these companies that I'm about to talk about know that this video is being made. So I just want to preference that. Let's dive into the first one. So this is sub 500. So sub 500, I recommend a PSA. That would be their Blim line, their Freedom series, their more budget series. These are awesome, awesome rifles for sub $500. You come with a PSA warranty. They genuinely make some really good stuff. Now, some people have QA/QC issues with it. Every time that's ever happened to me, PSA has honored their warranty and take care of it like that. Now, one of the things I want you guys to remember is, as you're buying a $500 rifle, you're not buying the nicest rifle in the market. It's just sub 500 bucks, okay? That might be a lot of money to some people, but in terms of AR-15s, that's not. So you're not gonna get the best stuff out there for that sub 500. What you look for with that sub 500 is, how well does it run? Can I train with it? And does it have the essentials? And so some of the essentials for me: free floated handguard, M-lock, stuff like that is very important for being able to mount lights, and that's just what I look for when I'm picking out my rifles. And the Blim series from PSA does a great job at that. So this is one I want to recommend for that sub $500 price point. If you have a recommendation for any of these price points, make sure to comment down below, because I'd love to hear what you have to say. Now, it's not saying there's no other guns out there that I think you should buy for sub 500, but this is one that comes to mind like instantaneously. So this is the 500 to like $1,000 give or take price point. This is the IWI Zion. Awesome gun. There's a lot of good little features about this. Like, one of the things, the rail system on it, I like it a lot. Just how it mates up to the upper receiver, how it has M-lock slots all the way around it. I mean, they're just a great overall firearm. In terms of reliability, accuracy, stuff like that, I think these things come in at about $800. So you're bouncing up a little bit from that $500 mark, but I think you get a lot of value out of it. This rifle in particular has been a great one since taking it out to the channel. It's been in a variety of setups, from like a mid-range setup to like a closer range setup with the SIG here. It's really a do-all rifle. Coming in at that 16-inch barrel length, this is a great home defense gun, something that you can buy and you get a little bit nicer stuff out of it rather than like a PSA or the budget line of PSAs. But I mean, great gun. As you can see, B5 stuff, which I'm a big fan of. Good grip. It's a little bit steeper grip angle, but it's an upgrade nonetheless from the typical M4 stock and A2 grip. So the IWI Zion is really one of those that I like to highlight for a lot of people that don't necessarily want like an extremely budget rifle, but also don't want to spend over $1,000. So let's move on to the next one. This is the BCM. Now, this BCM was parted together. A lot of people have hard times finding a BCM upper and lower in one combined rifle, and I get it. We were lucky enough to find a BCM lower receiver and pick that up. But this thing comes in about that $1,000 to $1,500 price point. BCM makes some awesome stuff. I think this one, all said and done, was $1,300, maybe $1,400, give or take. But BCM is known for their reliability, their high quality parts, their awesome rail systems, and just being an overall workhorse of a firearm. Now, I would like to highlight some of the things on the BCM, the cold hammer forged barrel, which is really nice, and then also the rail system on it. I really like the BCM rail system. It's light, it has M-LOK all the way around it for mounting, you know, maybe a light up here at the cant or down here at the other cant. Just the versatility on these things is great, and really something that I want to highlight and say that if you are buying a BCM, this is definitely a buy once, cry once rifle, and something that if you have the money, go ahead and do. Now, I'm not saying the other two rifles are bad rifles, but I can safe to say that you wouldn't be disappointed if you bought your BCM. I've been incredibly happy with mine in my personal experience, and I think that, you know, if you're in the market and you have that about $1,500 price point, the BCM is super hard to beat. Now we are talking about that $1,500 plus. This is kind of sub $2,000. If you're shooting in the $2,000 price point and plus, don't even comment on this video. This is not for you. This is an American Defense rifle. The upper receiver was picked up from Optics Planet, and the lower receiver is an ADM from ADM. Awesome rifle, builded parts, incredibly meticulously designed, incredibly accurate rifle. This is kind of set up in a more night vision setup with the T2 up here and the Hollow Sun laser and the Streamlight light. We've ran it suppressed, unsuppressed, with the Surefire 3-prong with dead air stuff. Great gun overall, completely ambidextrous. Whoop! From the bolt release right there, right above the trigger guard, to the mag release over here, just completely ambidextrous firearm. Radian charging handle that is stamped from ADM. You have Magpul grip and Magpul stock. You have a really nice end plate here. I mean, just overall, a very high-end, well-designed AR-15. I think these things can be picked up about that $1,800, $1,900 price point, but this is like the buy once, cry once. If you just buy this, you don't have to worry about another firearm or an AR-15, because ADM makes some awesome, awesome stuff. Like I mentioned, incredibly accurate gun, just top to bottom. They thought of everything. And when you pay that much for a firearm, that's something that you want to make sure is taken care of. There is very few stuff in this firearm that I would even think about upgrade. Actually, I don't think I would upgrade any of it. It's got Geisley trigger. I mean, rail systems kick ass on it. It doesn't have the M-LOK in all the positions, but I'm willing to look over that for, you know, having an awesome ambi gun that has a Geisley trigger already in it. So this is the conclusion to the kind of 4. Like I mentioned, all of these are just stuff I really enjoy. Now, if there are other options out there, of course there are. There's other options out there for every single one of these categories, but these are just 4 that I wanted to highlight for you guys. So I'd love to hear what you guys have to think. Let me know down in the comment section, and then make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, because it means a ton. And we'll see you guys on the next one. As always, take someone outdoors. Peace.